Chameleon knows what time it is. Hopefully you know what time it is by now. You know what time it is. All right, so we have another live clutch hatching. This is going to be clutch CL25015. We're doing these just to get you guys in on the behind the scenes action. You know we do stuff like this on our Patreon all the time, and they're the lucky ones. They're always there whenever really crazy stuff happens. So, who do we got here today? Who's hatching?
So this is Kobe, which is our cow, and he was
That was the first Superdwarf cow ever hatched.
Paired to Koi, which
Koi.
is a Superdwarf fan.
JNS is in the house. What's up, James? So Koi is actually a really beautiful 50% Kalatoa Phantom. And Kobe is a 50% Kalatoa too, so these are going to be 50%. What's up, Sleepy? All right, Skeeter. Josh is here. Gail. Found it, Gail. You better put it in that group text for the breeder tier Patreon. You know everyone's going to want to know. We keep springing these lives on you, but they happen when they happen, right? You can't do anything with that. Man, we had some fun on Palm Street last night. You missed that. You had to go back and watch that. That was cool. All right, so what we have here, let's go ahead and swap this around. If we bred a cow to a phantom, let's quiz Jake on his genetics. What do we get here? Remember, a cow is allelic. It's like head orange ghost stripe and phantom.
Right, so
acts like a super.
Either get phantoms or head OGSs. We can get cows in here, and maybe super phantoms.
Exactly. So it should be 25% of each, but we are already starting off at a disadvantage. There are some disgusting eggs in here. One of the things that we typically do, look at these little like fly eggs on here trying to get, I don't know how those things get in the incubators. Those flies are crazy. But one of the things a lot of people do is pull the eggs apart. When we find them a little later or the eggs are really stuck, we don't do that. Now, we've done some experiments with like actual bioactive incubation media, and I love that because all the little springtails would come down here and eat it. Skeeter needs him an Anery golden child. We got you, man. You got to shoot us an email, info@reachoutreptiles.com, and we'll get you sorted. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4 rotten eggs, and they are literally glued to good eggs, but I think you guys will find out, this is lucky number 13, that a good strong egg actually won't be impacted by one that dies. So there could have been something wrong with these eggs from the get-go. They may not have had good veins. I don't know if there's like a non-viable baby in there. Who knows? And then you have some good eggs like this one here. That's a spot of mold on the end, right on the little, we call these windows. Guys, sometimes these windows are so big you can shine a light and look in and see the baby. It's crazy. No Superdwarfs in Florida. It really stinks. All right, Jake, you get to make them. All right, now we hatched one cow yesterday, and it's probably like a Sunfire or a Tiger. I'm not sure which, but it looked a little different. So you get a chance to redeem ourselves because we really missed the odds yesterday. I think a lot of us would like to see a Super Phantom too. Don't you guys think? Go ahead, put in your requests. Which of those morphs would you like Jake to cut for you this morning? Would you like cows, Super Phantoms? What do we want? How do we cut these eggs?
Very carefully.
Yeah?
But just a little bit of the razor blade.
Yep.
Just to get something started.
These eggs are super hydrated and swollen. I like to see that. It means the babies develop really big. Okay, we got a couple requests for cows and 2 for Super Phantoms, so we're tied right now. Nobody wants head orange ghost stripe. Crazy. Everyone just wants to see them because no one wants to buy them. If you're buying them, you want the head orange ghost stripe, don't you? Or the Phantoms. We need piles of them. Obviously, we're still breeding with them. All right, that looks like a good egg. Oh, why is pull that, what's the color? We got to get the head out. So there's an inner sac. This is really gross, guys. We don't do this to like figure out what we get, but it is a fun little aspect of it. Wow, look at the color. Really hold on, we need to let's back this card up a little bit, can we? What? Why does that look like an anery thing? Not even an anery. It looks like an anery thing. What is that snake? There we go. Okay, careful of the baby's belly. That's a wild-looking animal. Okay, there's a big umbilical cord. We need to scoop it back in. So what we try to do, guys, is once they cut, like number 14 has here, they actually slice through their own veins and life support systems. Oh my goodness, I see a tiny little eye peeking out of 14.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice what color it was when the nose was poking out this morning? I see.
I'm super excited.
Color? Lack of color? Maybe like our AI generated thumbnail. Did that show up for you guys? I was having problems loading it. Look at the white sides on that sucker. Why is that so cool? I don't know. Very interesting.
Super cool. Well, that's a thing.
Now, everything should be either phantom or head orange ghost stripe. Now, I don't think that's an anery, but it is like colorless. It's got red eyes. Sometimes the eyes can deceive you. They look non-anery when they're tiny babies, which these are actually pretty big fat babies. But when they're, the eyes will deceive you because they've got blood vessels in them that you can see. Oh, are we going straight to that?
Straight to that.
Okay, cool. There we go. Why don't we just cut them in here? This is disgusting.
Yeah.
We'll let it get better drainage over here. That is nasty. I don't want to get demonetized. There you go. Okay. Ugh. Trash it. Here we go. Let's open up number 14. Let's see. Yeah, see what. Oh my goodness. That looks like an abalone shell.
Wow.
That was a cool science experiment. Sheesh. Okay, this one already wants out. So we're gonna go ahead and this is like a little nursery chamber that we have, guys. Just a short squatty version. We throw these in our Wilbanks incubator. We have an extra one running. It's got 3 clutches chilling over there. Did anybody check out our Palm Street thing? Did you guys see the new piebald? Whoa! What is it? They can't be golden child cows, so if they're solid white, that means super phantom. There he is. He got his little head out of there.
Look at it.
Oh my, what?
What?
Why are the eyes red? What have you done here? Are those the blood vessels like I was talking about? I don't know if that's a super phantom or a cow. I see yellow on it, but it's... Oops, I'm sorry, guys. My camera's focusing in the wrong area. We got a little angry pink snake with little angry pink eyes. Why did you make a pink leucistic?
Right.
Why? What is up with the eyes, though? Is that just the blood vessels? Watch, guys. You see that? Just a little glimpse. We'll have to do an update on these. Okay, keep going. Let's get these babies out of here. This disgusting mess is the umbilical cord. They actually have umbilical cords and belly buttons, just like we do. Sakura blossom snake, they said. Gail says, we're cutting some really strange stuff lately. That's true. As long as Jake's been here, things have been getting weird. Who'd have thought things could be more weird than when Rob worked here? I don't know how that works, but Jake's just very quiet and humble about his weirdness, you know? Rob was a little more loud and proud. Uh-oh, I said, ooh, what is it? What is it?
Another white snake.
Another white snake. Holy moly. Crazy winter in Sarver. Best snakes hatch on rainy days. Okay, careful now. We got to pop the sac. Those little veins are fine, but we got to be very careful of the umbilical cord. They still need that because once they open these up and they start breathing oxygen, that's what triggers the things to be absorbed. We got another. Oh no.
Yeah, a little.
That egg looked perfect. What? Ah! Guys, I hate this. See the domed head on that baby? Something didn't go right in that egg. And I have no idea what, because that's like a big, lots of veins. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. This is kind of a part of the breeding. Go ahead and put them over here still. This is kind of a part of breeding is that, and this is why, like, I've never bred dogs or anything. We did breed horses and stuff when I was growing up, and it's so tragic, you know what I mean? When you get something that, I don't know what happened with this little guy. I mean, he's alive in the egg, but it looks pretty bad. Like, he's probably not going to survive out of the egg. Gosh. Hey, Ryan. All right. Well, this is it, guys. This is the reality of it. We got some eggs that went bad early in incubation, and then it's just always a little more sad when they go bad later in incubation, you know? We just love hatching these snakes. Honestly, I'm equally as excited about this weird snake as I am any of these. So it's not so much about the morph. It's just you hate to see them go full term and then have health issues. All right, now that's a phantom for sure. This one's probably some kind of crazy head orange ghost stripe. We'll put them side by side so you guys can see. Oh, can you make them any more messy? Gross, dude. Look at that big pile of snot. So this is a phantom, and the phantoms don't have. Did his head come out for a little breath, or do we still need to?
I got his tail.
Okay, well, go ahead. I'll do that. You do this. The phantoms are like a half tone. So again, super phantoms, solid white. Yeah, I've still got a sack in here. See the half tone white? The black's not really black. It's always kind of like a brown or gray. So I need to pop that sack open to get some oxygen to our little baby. This is the tail again. Where's your head? Oh, I'm sorry. Very cute pattern on this one. Sorry for the blood and gore, guys. It's just a part of it. And you see a lot of people post like all nice, cleaned up pictures on the internet, and that is probably what we should do, honestly. But if you want to watch them hatching live, there's no other way. So this is what it looks like live. Okay, there he is. You can go back in, buddy. That's the phantom. See all the half-tone colors versus this over here would be a head orange ghost stripe. So it's a lot darker, less extreme look. These are weird. Look at the phantom. It's like white on the belly and dark on the top. What did you get over there?
Another white one.
Another white one.
Let's see what we got.
So far, I think we have a cow and a super phantom, but that super phantom didn't look happy. All right, what do you got here? What did you guys say you wanted in the chat? Jake's trying to make them for you over here. All right, there's our umbilical cord just below my pinky. So we need to work our way up. I don't see any color on this baby at all. Let's see. What the heck is that? What are you doing? Is that like a twin? It looks like a blood blister. What is happening here, Jake? Another one. Head is, I mean, this one looks better than the other, but head is off. Oh my goodness. Yes, Silver Sphincter, you missed some Krispy Kreme eggs that hatched. We'll have to get an update when they're out because we got some really strange stuff. How does a snake, that's a super phantom for sure, but how does a snake get a blood blister in the egg?
That's crazy. I don't know.
I mean, it looks like he got beat up by somebody, or maybe it's like one of those weird twin goiters. We're not doing too good here this morning, Jake. I might have to stop you. Making some problems over here. We don't have too many other backups. It would just be me. All right. What do we got? There's another white snake. These are like big, awesome, healthy looking eggs too. So I'm very surprised. So developmentally, guys, if they're restricted access to, like oxygen or something like that, which is just something developmental within the egg, then you can have these problematic babies. This is a super phantom. This is it. The solid white. Whoa, are you normal? Are you healthy? You look good.
Looks good.
Yay. This one looks exactly like the thumbnail I uploaded. Ooh, some snot there. Grab it. Get it. Just suck it up. All right. Oh, I don't know what's going on these days. Everyone's like, you're having really bad odds this season. And it's like, well, kind of not. You know what I mean? We've lost some eggs. We got a lot of first-time females. This one is another first-time female. And so when that happens, sometimes they don't do the best job. The moms don't of thermoregulating. Go ahead. You want to cut them or should I?
You want to go for it?
Okay, but you have to narrate. We want to hear.
I have to narrate.
I want your announcement.
Oh.
Jake's
all right.
usually quiet.
Pretty quiet around here.
We're going egg number 6.
Egg number 6. Ooh.
Wow. That is some. It's so fun. These are huge eggs. Jay launched out this weekend. You're in the chat there, Jay. And Mama is not very big. Okay, look at this. I managed to cut it. You can see the entire inner sack there. That's what we're talking about. Because within the layer, I've got a green buildup in here. It means these guys are ready to hatch. The egg is no longer functioning as it should. Ugh, reach into that disgusting mess and hopefully pull out a wonderful baby. It's not a wonderful baby. Look.
No.
What is going on? That is a baby. So these babies, a lot of times, guys, they only can survive with the life support system of that egg, because if they have a little bit of misshape here or there or whatever on the outside, it means they probably have it on the inside too. This is also something why we, as breeders and stuff like that, you want to give them the time they need. Some people will grab baby snakes fresh out of the egg, haven't even shed their egg skin. I've literally seen that before, and run to the next reptile show or something. But you want to make sure that they're established, going well, identifying any potential issues they could have, because I don't know what's going on with this clutch that we lost a bunch, and well, not a bunch, we lost 4, and we're having some issues with some of these babies. Not cool. Ooh, whoa.
Ooh, that's cool.
It is cool, but it also concerns me because it's not normal.
Right.
Let's see if we've got normal on this side where it counts. Come on, buddy. No, dude, this is wild pattern there. It looks like an anthrax, but it's because it's undeveloped. You can definitely see these guys have some. There might be twins in this one. I can't tell. You have to see. I don't feel another sac intact, but you can tell the bloodline that we're going for here has some real oddities that it can throw, because even the normal looking phantom and head orange ghost stripe, that's a head orange ghost stripe, by the way. It doesn't look anything like one, but just genetically we know that that's what that must be. Boy, these lives are getting brutal, huh? I mean, it's kind of like you win some, you lose some, but when you lose a few in a row,
yeah,
it's not cool. All right, egg number 10. At this point, I'm just rooting for healthy babies. So what I was saying is, yeah, that's really small as well. These are small snakes and gigantic eggs. What I was saying is these eggs incubate for around 3 months. And the females are gravid with them for around the first 2 months. And those first 2 months is when they do all of their critical development, as far as like skeletal, brain development, all that. Those are like the first things the embryos do. Yeah, this is like super ghosted out phantom, but that's given what we're seeing here. I mean, we got to know, right? It's like I almost don't want to see it, but I got to let them come out and breathe. No, this is the phantom version of that one over there. Look what's happening, you guys. This is like half phantom, half super phantom. See it? Solid white belly. Gray on top. You can see the head shape is off, and I can see an enlarged heart here. I wonder if there's something. That is a very weird two-tone. It looks like an orca. Two-toned, crazy-looking snake. I wonder if there's something like, paradoxing, like kind of conjoined twins, chimera stuff. Those have a lot of problems too. But anyway, the first 2 months is up to mom. There's nothing we can do about it. Besides give her a good environment. This egg is really stuck on here. I don't have to worry too much about damaging it at this point because we're about to pop it open. But ugh, sheesh. So this is what I was talking about. Look at this. 2 molded eggs glued to this thing all the way around. But really hasn't affected the, that's like good. You want that, like, looks like coconut jelly coming out or something. That's what you want. That's healthy looking amniotic fluid. If it's really, really runny, then it's probably something that's starting to break down too much. Okay. Last one, guys. Yeesh. Oh, that looks good, though. Come on, buddy. Let's go, baby. You okay in here? This is number 13. Might even be a luckier 13 than the others. This is going to be you can see our bloodline here. This is more what we're going for from Koi. Oh, that's a good looking baby. Very thick though. Holy stout baby. These are some crazy looking snakes, but that's it's so chubby. Look at it. It looks normal, like normally developed, but that one got everything. It's like Superdwarf head with a mainland body. It's got so much nutrition in there. Oh boy. I don't know, man. That's rough digs. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably good looking animals. Do you have the lid? How many did we start with originally on this group? I didn't hear your announcer voice yet, but
Yeah, no good announcer voice. Sorry.
14 good eggs. And like half of them, I don't know, huge eggs, good oxygenation of the veins and stuff. But you can tell they have those, like some eye things, some skeletal things. And I think that that's going to point to like mom not doing the best job of incubating, with this being her first go round. That's kind of tough. 14 eggs, and eggs this big, that's a lot for a Superdwarf female too. So it could just be like a hard time, you know, rolling the stuff around. Look at these wild phantoms in this clutch though. So we saw that orca looking one that was underdeveloped, but this one looks completely normally developed, and it's got the same thing going on. Look at that. That's crazy. Again, we're gonna have to see how these guys do out of the eggs. Hatching day. We'll take the goods with the bads, guys. I mean, it's been a lot of fun watching all these babies hatch, and for the most part, we've gotten some seriously cool babies this year. And then you have something like this, you know, in the incubators right next to the ones that are doing great. So I don't think it's that. And again, eyes, skeleton, brain cases, all the first things to develop, they develop during those first 2 months while they're still inside the mom. Once they're out of the mom, it's basically just growth and color development. So if they had problems or stunted early, like, I mean, that makes sense. Look at these eggs. These guys are shriveled up, dry. I'm sure it's like hard-boiled egg on the inside of there. So these died either when they were still within the mom and then started to mold and rot once they were out, or shortly after, because mom has her, you know, life support systems that she gives the eggs, and then the eggs come out and they're supposed to be like a little remote chamber of life, right? That life support system. And then when we pop these sacs and we get them breathing, they switch over to their own life support systems. So if these ones died, you know, right away, that kind of shows that they were up against it right from the get-go. And with all the developmental stuff, like this kind of developmental stuff, I would say that this is probably, you know, the impact of mom. That, you know, dad's already laid several good, healthy clutches and stuff like that. So I think mom just, you know, probably was sitting on the cold side too much, the hot side too much, or whatever she was doing. The pregnant first-time females, they get a little panicky, you know? You ever notice that, Jake? They'll pace a lot. They never sit. When you have one that's like either doing a really good job, even as a first-time mom or an experienced mom, they just kind of chill. You know, they find that good right spot and they sit there. These ones are like, where do I go? What do I do? I feel weird inside, and they just don't thermoregulate well. And that would be my suspicion here. But all right, we have any questions or things that we need to answer on the way? You guys want to go see what's going on in the little incubator over here? Let's see what's up. I hear someone crashing around upstairs.
Yeah,
Either have a guest that fell down the stairs, or maybe Jeremy's here and hasn't had enough coffee yet this morning.
Maybe.
Let's get a little update on these. So here's the nursery, where we're just going to put them and let them come out on their own. So let's see, here we've got Felix and Sue. This was the unexplained, so someone was asking about Krispy Kremes. This was the Krispy Kreme clutch, and this strange snake. White. We had 2 like this in this clutch, and then we got some Anery Krispies. So we got a few out now, but what the heck is that thing? There's no morphs in this breeding, other than Krispy Kreme and Anerys. They should all be Anerys, but that's a weird one. Boy. All right, Phantom Sun Tiger and Goldilocks. This is what you want to see. Big whole clutch of awesome, healthy babies. There's your cow from the other day. Come on out of the egg now. So we'll give these guys a bath and bring them out. They look perfect. There's a lot of sun tigers in there. Really nice ones. Really cool head OGS. Those are 62.5%ers. And, oh, we got the first goat out. F2 goats. Oh, look at him breathing fast. I'm sorry. Look at the tremendous variation in color. So thick blacks. This one's really gold. And then this one's got a ton of black. Pretty cute. All locality crossed. Look at that. That's an awesome little one. So shiny, it's hard to see in video, I know, but we'll have to get some updates going. Keep an eye on the website. We're gonna start, we have actually a new website in the works, and so we're gonna start, yes. We're gonna start updating that with individual pictures of all the babies, and if you guys are seeing anything in these that, you know, you wanna like get a hold of before everyone else does, shoot us an email, info@reachout reptiles. Obviously, some of these snakes are not gonna, they're gonna be on hold for a while. We'll see what we can do, you know, to save some of those, but if they've got developmental challenges, ones that you're seeing in these live videos, that might be the only time you see them, unfortunately. I think that's what's gonna happen to some of the snakes in this clutch that we just did this morning. Little dose of reality there for you guys, but hopefully you enjoy these behind the scenes content. If you really like it, join Patreon and then RSVP for Retic Fest and get your butt out here to Pittsburgh on July 19th. You can come see everybody as they've developed, got out of the eggs, absorbed their yolk, start eating, start growing, looking awesome, and you guys can come out for a visit. But yeah, what do you guys think? You enjoy the lives? I mean, this was not a happy one, but it is a real one. So that kind of stuff happens from time to time. 15 clutches in, you're gonna start to see what the moms can do, and hopefully she's sort of like learned her lesson and everything for next year. So there are things that we can do as well, make her more comfortable. So like, for example, a nice tight-fitting humid hide box that goes exactly where she needs to be is going to encourage her to sit in that right place and chill like that, instead of run all around. And so that's very important. If you guys are breeding, get your first-time females. That's a good support thing that you can do for them. And, you know, obviously just checking temps and things like that. So hopefully you guys are able to watch these kinds of things. And then if you're the type of person that's going to breed a reticulated python, or any python for that matter, at some point, you can kind of learn from some of the mistakes that we have had here, that our females have done, and continue for better success. And, you know, we've done the same thing. We've got more clutches this year than ever before, and it's a great thing. But with all the, it's almost like dailies, right? We're like jumping up and down, screaming, so happy, and then the next day, you're like, oh gosh, you know, there's still things that could be done better. It's learning, it's a process, but I thank you guys for being here with us on it. That's all I got. Any final words? Words of wisdom, Jake? In your announcer voice, please.
Have a great day.